In this video, we're going to talk about how to turn your passion into profits. So like and share this episode. So yes, how to turn your passions into profits. So when most people are first coming online, I think a lot of people make the mistake that they have to come up with something new. They have to come up with a new idea, new concept. The problem with that is, if you're just coming from a 9-to-5 job, maybe the only thing you've ever done in your life is work a job, which is where most people are coming from, just like I did when I first came online. Because when I first came online, I was in the direct sales for about 5 years. I had pretty decent success. Nothing crazy, but I was doing okay. I was fine. You know, I made enough money to quit my job if I wanted to. I didn't. I saved up a lot of money, and eventually I ended up spending a lot of money. That's a story for another day. But the point is, you want to take what you already know and find a way, if possible, to make some money. Now, sometimes what you know, your skills, information, sometimes you might take it for granted. You might say, hey, this is not a big deal. I'm doing this damn near all my life. You know what I'm saying? Who would want to pay for this? Who would want to learn from me? You never know until you do the research. So you have to find out if people are doing the same thing that you know online, the same thing you know how to do. Are people teaching it online? Are people buying? Are people writing books about stuff that you might know? That's what you gotta, that's when you gotta do the research. You gotta find out are they successful at it? And when you go to Google or Bing or any of these search engines, and when you type in whatever, let's say you're good with dogs. Maybe you're thinking about being a dog trainer. Maybe you might work at a place that take care of dogs, right? But in your mind, you're like, hey man, I want to get out and do my own thing. So I want to take care of dogs for other people when they're at work, and I want to train dogs. So you want to be a dog trainer, right? So when you go to Google, type in dog training in Raleigh, North Carolina, and see what comes up. Or dog training in Miami, Florida. See what comes up. If you see websites, ads, videos, there's a good chance there's people within that niche or in that area of expertise that you're thinking about getting into. There's a good chance people are successful in that area. And see what they're doing, find out what they're doing. You can even reach out to some of these people. Some people will respond back to you if you send them if you go to their website, click on their contact page and send them a message. Some people will respond back to you and ask them, hey, how they got started. You know, you can take it to the next level. You can say, hey, would you be willing to sit down with me, like through Skype or, you know, face to face, maybe over the phone call. Say, hey, will you be willing to talk to me? Ask you a couple questions, how you got started, blah, 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 this and that or whatever. And they might say, well, I don't got time. I'm real busy. I don't know, whatever. Compensate them for their time. Pay them, you know. It might be the best $100 or $200 you ever spent. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you're really serious about doing whatever you're thinking about doing based on the information and the skill sets that you may have. You know what I'm saying? Now, I didn't do it like this when I first got started. I was in a new field doing something that I've never done before. And that's a mistake. And this is why a lot of people quit. Because a lot of people don't have the discipline to, you know, get past the hurdles, the ups and downs, the trials and tribulations when it comes to learning something new. That's why a lot of people will quit. Because a lot of people aren't really committed when they learn something new. It sounds good to them, makes them feel cool, just hanging around new people trying to do the same thing. Kind of like in direct sales. When I was in direct sales, I was around at any given time. We would meet up maybe once, twice a month. I would be around like 20 to 50 people when we would meet up once, twice a month. And a lot of people get off on that type of stuff. They like being around people, innovative people. They get inspired around that people like that. But at the same time, when it comes to putting the work in, that's another thing. That's a whole nother thing. People aren't really committed. To them, it was like just like a party. Everyone shows up. Let's have a couple drinks, chit chat. You know, let's think about the possibilities. When it comes to putting the work in, it's like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to make the phone call. I don't know if I want to talk to strangers. And on and on and on. So once you do the research, then you know for sure if you can actually make this happen. You can take what you already know and turn it into money. You know, once you do the research. And on top of that, you got to ask yourself, what do you want to be known for exactly within your field of expertise, or in your field of study? Like for example, let's say if you're in the real estate. What do you want to be known for in real estate? Do you want to be known as an investor? Do you want to be known as a real estate agent? As a top real estate agent? Do you want to be known as a flipper? Do you want to be known as a commercial investor? Or do you want to be known as a venture capitalist? You know, I can go on and on. So you have to ask yourself, what do you want to be known for in your area of expertise? It ain't you can't say, well, I want to do all things for everybody. No. No, that's not a good idea. That's not a good concept. No, you're gonna have to figure these things out. And the best part about it, you have time to do it, and you can do this while you're working your day job. You don't have to quit your job. There's no rush. You can go to events if they're in your local area, or maybe you might have to travel to figure this thing out. Which is the best decision or investment you can ever make is to go to these events, get around other people that's doing the same or similar things as you, and you can learn from these people. You can learn from people that's been there and done that and bought the t-shirt. You know, so these are just some mistakes that I wish I wouldn't have made when I first came online. I had to go through the trials and tribulations and figuring out things, but the good news is you don't have to do that, because I'm here telling you not to make the same mistakes as I did, and you don't have to quit your job. You can take your time, you can meet people, you can go to events, travel. There's no rush, no pressure. You can find out what it takes to make this thing happen. Do you have to hire some people, outsource certain tasks to other people to make this thing happen? What kind of budget you have to make this thing happen? Do you have to start a channel, whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter? Do you need a website to make this happen? So you have time to figure these things out. You know what I'm saying? And when you go to the conference and you start to meet other people that's been there and done that's actually in the trenches, and you be like, oh, this is everything will start to come about, and you be like, oh, I can do this. Maybe there's a chance I can actually make this thing happen. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to quit your job. You can still do this on the side, after work, on the weekends, and if you get to a point where your income, your side income, is more than your job income, then you can quit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not one of those people that's going to tell you just quit your job and start your new business or new side hustle. I'm never going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you, keep your job until you consistently have either the same or more income from your job. If you have 12 months of income that's the same or more than your job, I'll be like, okay. If you came to me and said, after having 12 months of consistent income that's equal or better, if you come to me and say that, say, hey, you think I should quit? I'll be like, I'm not mad at you if you do. If you demonstrated at that point, you demonstrated that this is a proven concept. You stable. You kind of have a good handle on what you're doing and the possibilities of where this thing could go next. You know what I'm saying? So, share this episode. Tell me what you think below. If you need any help with anything I just said in this video, send me an email at support@kingofcashflowwebsites.com or leave me a comment below and I'll get back to you. So, share this episode. Tell me what you think below. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.
I'm just keeping it, I'm just keeping it, I'm just keeping it clean. Give them something, they give them something, they give them something, they clean. They get tired of being stressed out and been depressed about it.